the morning, thankful for the afternoon, thankful for the evening, nighttime blessed by you. Leolam Va'ed, forever and ever. Leolam Va'ed, forever and ever. Leolam Va'ed, Leolam Va'ed, forever, Leolam Va'ed, forever, Leolam Va'ed.
אתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו, אלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו. מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו, אלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו.
Well, hey everyone, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Hello.
Shabbat Shalom. We are so glad to have some of our second graders with us this evening. We're celebrating Shabbat. We're celebrating learning. We're celebrating the fact that these guys are going to cross over the Gesher Le'ivrit, the Hebrew bridge. It's going to be so fun and great. So we're going to start off by singing Hine Ma Tovu Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is that we are together. Let's join together with our second graders.
Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet
job, you guys. We've had a lot of classes sing, and you guys are doing amazing so far, so we can hear you. All right, we're going to keep on singing, I believe, one of our favorites here, Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Whenever you guys are ready, Mrs. Rose will get you started.
Shabbos to you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you. Every Friday sun goes down. Jewish people gather round. You can hear the joyful sound. Good Shabbos to you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you. Shabbos be red light. His mind is also light. Green hollow, what a sight. Good Shabbos to you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you and you. Good Shabbos, Shabbos to you. Shabbos, Shabbos, good Shabbos, Shabbos to you.
Yay, beautiful. Second graders, that was so nice. You can go and take a seat with your families. We know it's going to be a good Shabbos, Shabbos to all of us with you leading us this evening, so we're very excited about that. Speaking of leading us, your teachers are here. Some of them are here. And we are going to invite Susie and Lori and Meredith and maybe Marvin and Rachel to come and light our Shabbat candles. You can find that right here. And if you're on page 2 in your Siddur or right here on the screen, that's where you're going to find the words for the candle lighting. All right, come on over, everyone. Is there a lighter over here? Sure is not. Okay. Does this one work? Right. Yeah, you gotta do that thumb thing on the top there. We have to fight with the air conditioner over here. That's true. It's easier than doing them outside. Perfect. Let's join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, teachers, for that candle lighting. Well, we want to welcome everyone to TBS on this lovely Erev Shabbat, and I want to ask if we have anybody who has a May birthday. Do we have any May birthdays here? All right. Why don't you guys come on up if you have a May birthday? Abby, when's your birthday? There you go. I'll get the prize boxes in the other room. We'll get it out in just a few moments. All three of you can get some prizes. Tell us, when is your birthday?
May 27th.
Nice.
Tomorrow.
Yay! Happy birthday.
May 19.
All right. These are all great. So we're going to sing in Hebrew and then in English, Yom Huledet Sameach, to all of these wonderful people here. Yom Huledet
Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
all you Jews. Happy birthday to you guys. Yay. And sorry we don't have the prizes out. Do you just want my wallet, Abby? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right, you guys can go and sit down. We'll get your prizes afterward. Happy birthday. Yay, May birthdays. All right. Thank you for saying no to the wallet, Abby. That was very helpful. All right. I would have gotten in trouble for that. Well, we're going to welcome in Shabbat. We're going to invite everyone just to take a little bit of a deep breath. We're going to sing Lechado D in just a moment. And what I want to do is, our candles are lit. I'm going to see if I can turn the lights down just a bit so we can just see the light of the candles dancing around a little bit. And let's see if everyone can just take a deep breath. This may have been a stressful week for some of us. See if we can let go of some of that stress and welcome in a little bit of joy and a little bit of calm on this Shabbat. We'll have some time in the middle of the song just to take a breath and to get ourselves together before we begin Shabbat. So, Lechado D, page 20 or up here on the screen.
Lechado D, Likrat Kala, Ne Shabbat, Nekabla, Lechado D, Likrat Kala, Ne Shabbat, Nekabla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevarach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevarach.
Let's take just a few moments to take a deep breath. Let's sing together Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevarach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevarach.
We are going to turn to the Barach on page 28 and invite our second graders to join us on the bima, and we'll invite everyone to please rise. On page 28 or right here on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes, we got the madrika.
My awake or my prepare, are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? My
keep singing as we sing together Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Beautiful. Second graders, you can go back to your seats. That was terrific. Let's join together, and you may be seated, everyone. We'll join together in singing.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשעתך ובגמך וקשרתם לעוד על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Just a moment, we're going to sing the Mijamojo Prayer, this prayer that the Israelites sang after they crossed the sea. They were so joyous and so thankful. And I want to ask if anybody in the congregation or any of you online have anything that you are thankful for on this Friday night, on this Shabbat, that you want to share. I see a bunch of hands shot up very quickly. All right, let's see if we can get everyone. We'll start over here. Liv, do you have something really fun?
Thankful for my family.
Oh, I love it. All right, Blake, what do you got?
Thankful for my family.
Love it also. So nice. Double family things. Okay, Jackson.
I'm grateful I can be here tonight with all these wonderful people.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that my grandma could come this weekend.
Yeah. Hey, Grandma.
So nice. Anybody over here? Okay, all right.
I'm thankful. We're thankful for everybody to come on this beautiful night. And I'm thankful that we're all alive.
That is nice. That's a good base thing to be thankful for. I like that, Karen. Thank you. Yes. What do you have there now?
Thankful for God.
Thankful for God.
Thankful for God. That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. All right. Anybody else have anything that they are thankful for, any simcha they'd like to share on this Erev Shabbat? Well, these are lovely ones, and we're going to join in singing Mijamojo, who is like you, O God, who helps to make miracles happen in our world. Let's join together in singing.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. ים בידי בם בם ביי ביי, ים בידי בם בם ביי ביי, ים ביי ביי ים ביי ביי, ים בידי בם בם ביי ביי, ים בידי בם בם ביי ביי, ים בידי בם בם ביי ביי, ים ביי ביי ים ביי. Yam bam bye bye bye. Adonai imlok leolam vaed. Leolam 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 vaed. yum biddy bum bum bye bye, yum biddy bum bum bye bye, yum bye bye, yum bye bye, yum biddy bum bum bye bye, yum biddy bum bum bye bye, yum biddy bum bum bye bye, yum bye bye, yum bye bye, yum bum bye bye bye, yum bye bye, yum bye bye, yum bum bye bye bye.
I need to add, by the way, that Miriam Siegfried online, sorry I was late in seeing this, said she's thankful for returning home from a joyous retirement celebration with daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter, I'm assuming and husband also, in Portland and Hawaii. That is amazing. So those are good places to spend the beginning of retirement. So thanks for sharing that, Miriam. That's great. Well, friends, we are going to turn to the Amidah, which you can find beginning on page 46 in your Siddur or right here on the screen. And we'll do the first few blessings together, and then we'll have some time for some silent prayer. So we'll invite everyone to please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanara El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Ba'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Again Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai Mechayei hakol hatarav lehoshia Mechakel hayim bechesed Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim Zomek noflim ve'rofei holim Umatir asurim Umekayei emunato lishenei afar Mijamojo ba'gevurot umido melach Melech memid umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua Ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kdoshim b'chol yom Yahalu chasela Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Amen. You may be seated. And if you'd like to continue silently, you could either use the words on pages 54 through 60 in your Siddur, or whatever words might be in your heart on this Friday night. We'll take a few moments of silent prayer.
Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'ako Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Yako Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yako Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yako Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. Yako Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yako Yisrael.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on the first Friday of the month, we usually tell a story. Sorry, Lee, I don't have a camera angle set up for this, so you gotta go manual. I'm screwing up our nice tech person by my lack of setup. But I want to tell you guys a story before we get to this bridge ceremony, which we'll talk about in a moment. I want to tell you guys a story about the importance of Hebrew, because one day there was a man named Avi. And this, by the way, is my favorite story to tell at second grade Shabbat. There was a man named Avi, and Avi worked hard and loved his family, but they didn't have enough money. And they were always worried about making ends meet, and they were always worried about, how are we gonna eat this week? Well, one night, Avi went to bed. As you can see, some solid graphic design work here. One night, you can see that Avi went to bed, and he dreamt of a magical place called Chillicothe. And he dreamt of a bridge there, a magical bridge, and underneath that bridge was buried treasure. He was so excited. He had this dream every single night. He would dream of this bridge and the buried treasure underneath it. And he thought to himself, I need to see if this is real. I keep dreaming about it every night. So one day he said, bye, family. I'll send you a postcard from Chillicothe when I find the buried treasure. See you later. And he set off for Chillicothe. He got in the car, and he started the car, and it sounded like, yes, you guys can do better than that. It sounded like, yes, actually, it was an electric car, so you're all wrong. When Avi arrived in Chillicothe, 2 weeks later, it was a long drive, he looked everywhere for that bridge, but he couldn't find it. He looked everywhere. Finally, he went over to the mayor's house, and he found the bridge outside there. And he spent days looking around that bridge in every area. But guess what, guys? He couldn't find the buried treasure. He was pretty upset about it. Finally, as he was about to leave, he noticed a small carving on the bottom of the bridge. And he said, wait a minute. I recognize that. And he looked and he saw, oh my gosh, that's biblical Hebrew. It says, Ben Martef Shelcha. Ben Martef Shelcha. He said, okay, I remember back to Hebrew school, I learned Bet, and Mem, and Resh, and Tav, and that's a final phase. Yeah, Martef. I think I remember that means in your basement, really in your dungeon, but close enough, in your basement. So Avi used his Hebrew skills that he learned in Hebrew school, and he sounded out in your basement, and he said, "Oh my God, are they saying that the buried treasure is in my own basement?" So he got back in the car and rushed back to Columbus, Ohio. 2 weeks later, he arrived, ran down to the basement, and inside his basement, he dug in the floor a little bit, and you guessed it, right there in his basement, he found the treasure. Can you believe that? All because he knew how to speak Hebrew. The treasure was there the whole time, right there in his basement. Learning Hebrew helped him open his eyes to see it. And also, sometimes we forget how lucky we are to have the people around us and treasure us. Some of you guys said some really nice things during Smachot when we were saying what we're thankful for, about having all these wonderful people together and thinking about your families. And those are the most important treasures. But sometimes it's nice to find the actual treasure too. And Hebrew helped out here. When we learn Hebrew, you guys, it is a really cool thing because it is a special thing. I like to call it a secret handshake that all the Jewish people have. So when you meet another Jewish person anywhere in the world, if you know Hebrew, you can be connected to them, and you can say shalom, and they can say shalom, and you know that you have that special, special connection. And here at TBS, learning Hebrew is an adventure. We'll leave it at that. But it's an adventure. Your third grade teacher next year is this lady named Miss Galit, who is also the head of the Hebrew Studies Department at OSU. And she is an amazing third grade Hebrew teacher. She is really, really fun. And then you get to have more amazing teachers in fourth grade, like Marvin over there, and fifth grade teachers like Robin. And are there any sixth grade teachers here? I don't see any. Meredith, you teach. You did? Oh, okay, great. So we have a lot of great stuff. So guys, tonight we're going to celebrate the fact that you are starting your journey to learn Hebrew. And that is very, very exciting. So if we could have our maestro on music, what we're going to do is we're going to call each of you guys up. You're going to show us an English letter that's going to turn into a Hebrew letter. And then why don't we call Susie and Lori to join us, and Rachel to join us up here. And they're going to give you a certificate that says congratulations on starting, and they're also going to give you a candy bar that has a special sticker on it. So we'll call you up one at a time, and you'll walk across the stage and onto the special bridge. So why don't you guys stand on the other side of the bridge? I'm going to give you these to hand out to them. You can stand over there. I'll send them over to you. Yes, good job, Rachel. Proactive.
Rachel gets the fun thing.
They are. Perfect. So as the music starts, hold on, we'll just wait for that. So we can be pretty. And parents, you can, of course, take pictures of this. The first person we're going to be calling is Jackson Campen. Next up, we have Karen Cohen. Next up, we're going to call Abby Singer. Next up, we're going to call Eloise. Last but not least, we're going to call Julia Yasowitz. Did we forget anybody? Okay. Hey, second graders, why don't you guys come stand in a line here, and we're going to sing your Aleph Bet song. Perfect. Go. Go back. You guys can go back to your regular spots here if you want. Go back to your regular spots. All right, thank you, teachers. Great job. Congratulations. Yay. All right. All right, Mrs. Rose, we are ready whenever you are.
Aleph, bet, bet,
Aleph, bet, bet,
Gimel, Dalet, Hey,
Gimel, Dalet, Hey,
Vav, Zayin, Het, Het,
Vav, Zayin, Het, Het,
Yud, Ha, Ha,
Yud, Ha, Ha,
Amen, Mem, Nun,
Lam, Mem, Nun,
Samachayim, Pei, Pei,
Samachayim, Pei, Pei,
Sadi, Kuf, Resh,
Sadi, Kuf, Resh,
Shin, Sin, Ta,
Shin, Sin, Ta. Let's learn the Aleph Bet. Simple as it can be. We'll learn the Aleph Bet. If you sing the letters after me, each letter has a name and a sound that it always makes. We sing the letter chorus, we'll move and in the chorus. It's the Aleph Bet. Aleph
your
Bet.
turn.
Aleph, Bet, Bet,
Gimel, Dalet,
A little
Hey.
louder.
Gimel, Dalet, Hey.
Vav, Zayin, Het, Het.
Vav, Zayin, Het, Het.
Yud, Ha, Ha.
Yud,
Ha, Ha,
Lam, Mem, Nun.
Lam, Mem, Nun,
Samachayim, Pei, Pei.
Samachayim, Pei, Pei,
Sadi, Kuf, Resh.
Sadi, Kuf, Resh,
Shin, Sin, Ta.
Shin, Sin, Tav. Yeah, beautifully done. And wait, second graders, don't go anywhere yet. What we're going to do is, I want you to, actually, why don't you, I take it back. Go sit with your families, because this will be nice to be together for this. We're going to do a special prayer that we have in our tradition that says, thank you, God, for enabling us to be in this very sweet and holy moment. Sweet because you have candy, but also sweet because here we are together celebrating, not only learning Hebrew, but also celebrating Judaism together on Erev Shabbat. We're going to sing together Shehechianu, saying thank you, God, for enabling us to be in this moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu higianu lezman hazeh.
With that really special blessing in the air around us, we are going to turn to the Mishaberach Lecholim, the prayer for those who are in need of healing. As we say our prayer this evening, I'm going to mention some names that we have here on our temple list, and if you have a name of someone who you are thinking of for healing, either here or online, I invite you to share those names, and I'll read them in just a moment after we read this list. So we're thinking for healing this evening of Catherine Adler, Marcia Ames, Marilyn Altman, Lynn Adams, Deborah Belford, Barbara Belford, Marjorie Block, Paul Branson, Lee Buden, Jack Cashman, Dan Kristen. We're thinking of Lily Kovitz, Adrian Crawford, Rick Crawford, Taya Delano, Gary Dicker, Tony Diegler, Carrie Ebert, and Sylvia Eckstein. We're thinking of Elaine Ellick, Michael Fiorelli, Rachel Fish, B. Gardner, and Olivia Glick, and Don Goldberg. Rachel Goldman Mosley, Jimmy Green, David Haas, Don Kerr, Bernard Koenig. We're thinking of Peter Levy and Barb Lucas, Angel Marrero, Fred Martin, Richard McGarvey, Minna Melton, Howard Miller, and Caleb Moses. We're thinking of Dick Nettleman, Robert Oakley, Nick Parisi, Aaron Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Pristowski, and Ed Radin. Jessica Rathkoff, Cindy Ravitsky, William J. Rees, Barry Richmond, Zachary Rowe, Irving Rose, David Russell. We're thinking of Ralph Sauer, Susan Shermer, Marty Schuster, Yehuda Ben Simcha, Richard Scher. We're thinking of Jonah Snyder, of Ruth Ann Stewart, Pam Storer, Lou Supowitz, thinking of Robert Weiss and Randy Cohen-Weinstock. I ask, are there other names of folks who are thinking of for healing? Anyone have names here? Oh, let's go over here and say, yeah. Any other names? I see online we have Harlow Nemeth, Sarah Siegfried, and Pete Bowman. For all those named and perhaps those who are thinking of in our hearts who are in need of healing, we join together in singing the Mishaberach Prayer right here on the screen or on page 253, page 253. Let's join together in singing.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor Avraham Avotenu. May the source of strength who bless the one before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu Mekor Abraham Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
We're going to find our concluding prayers beginning with Aleinu on page 282, and we'll invite you to please rise.
Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol, l'tei gedula l'yotzeh bereshit, shelo asan goyeh ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo salkakeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kahor hamonam, v'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow those fleeting days with abiding worth. We are now going to recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. We are thinking on this Shabbat of those who are in Shiva and Shloshim. We're thinking of Noah Arnold, Sam Barron, Linnell Lynch, Tom Kulker, Naomi Rosenberg, Barbara Schuster, and Gertrude Supowitz. We remember also those who died in this season and years past, and we take them into our hearts with our own. We're remembering this evening Hortense Kobe, Molly Congress, Aaron Feldman, Elsie Goldman, Irving Goldman, John Goldstick, Jacob Handler, Murray Itkoff, Richard Kallenberg, Mildred Cutel, Gilbert Levy, Ann Margolis, Destine Penix, Selma Pollock, Harold Resnick, Irvin Roth, J. Carey Rothstein, Lillian Sensor, Margaret Singlinger, Heather Strauss, Relda Tidal Domer, Fred Thompson, Terry Tucker, and Libby Turner. I ask if there are other names. I see Lisa Rank McCann. Other names for memorializing this evening. Yeah. Thanks. Any other names we're thinking of for Kaddish? On their behalf and on behalf of all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we turn to page 294, or up here on the screen as we recite our Kaddish Prayer together. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'yizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shlei Rabbah mavrach le'alam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei d'kudasham b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who helps to find wholeness and harmony and peace in this world, help to find wholeness and harmony among us and inside of us as well. And together we say, Amen. You may be seated. Let's see, a couple of quick announcements. What's coming up, Mrs. Rose? Anything that we had such a crazy April, and like we're so focused on that. And now May is full of life cycle events, but just regular services.
Yeah, and June 24th, we have the piano dedication night. That's going to be really wonderful.
It's going to be really wonderful. We have confirmation coming up in a few weeks where our oldest students are going to lead us through our service. Yeah. And so stay tuned for all of that fun stuff.
And Sunday school, we have the seniors, that little thing.
Yes, we do. You're right. Okay. We're a winning team, you and I, Mrs. Rose. We don't know anything. This is what happens when Bobby's not here. All right, special thank you.
We'll rehearse next time.
Yeah, that's fair. Special thank you to Men's Club for cooking dinner downstairs. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's great. And let's join together in a little bit of Kaddish and Motzi. So why don't we invite our second graders and any other kids who want to come up. Anyone, especially who hasn't gotten a candy bar yet, who would like one?
Rabbi, there's also the Nehemiah action on Tuesday evening.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I just saw that with Miriam's.
Thank you. Yeah, that is Tuesday. All right. Yeah, you guys want to? Why don't you come down here? We'll do Kaddish Motzi, and then we'll do your closing song. Come on down here. I know you're. Microphone. There we go. You are not going to drink tonight. Is that a teacher? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'olam. All right, and then you guys can tear this hollow apart in a moment. First, let's do the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam,
Hamotzi lahem min haaretz. Amen.
Go up to your spot on the bima. And while we're getting ready with the music here, just to mention, thank you, Miriam, and thank you, Nick. The Nehemiah Action Assembly is this Tuesday, I believe at 7 o'clock. Contact Laurel Zeliger or Rabbi Lynette to get any more details on that. Let's join together in singing.
Honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Adonai, Eloheinu, melech Adonai, B'mitzvotav v'tivanu, let us all give divrei Torah, let us all give Torah. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on my tongue.
Yay, thank you, second graders. Second graders, you are the vocalists of the year. Nicely done. You're also shy, that's the problem. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Join us downstairs for dinner. Even if you didn't RSVP, I'm sure that there's stuff down there you can munch on. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.